Good evening. Am I live? It's difficult to tell. I've got a very hot cup of something non-alcoholic. Not terrible, but not chamomile neither. This is Waitrose, peppermint and nettle and ginkgo. Can you see that okay? To enjoy with you guys. Good evening. How are we all doing this evening? Say hello to everybody in the chat. Good evening, chaps. I hope all is well. It is a Wednesday, not a Tuesday. I did fully intend to do this last night. Glad I didn't because there are a few teething problems, of which you may notice that the Soulsby Atmegatron is not lit. There were some issues with noise and yeah, just getting it to receive MIDI. Now I found a video which is perfect. You know, unplug it, hold a button, plug it in, twist a knob, job done. But it didn't look like the video, so I wonder if there's something else I need to look at. But I will bring that back because I spent pretty much the entire weekend. I took a long weekend, and I spent time in here doing, I mean, it probably doesn't look a lot different on camera, but basically just the sheer effort of moving that, my modular, from there to there, meant that I had to rewire everything behind me pretty much, which was good because it meant that I had to sort of work out what I was going to do with each section, because of course, you know, so many synths back there, and how to connect them to create music, which gave me the idea to do a live jam. I mean, the bedtime sort of jam idea came about for me wanting to experiment and push myself with modular. It wasn't designed for this particular set of instruments, but I mean, a lot of people have these boxes, right? We all do. And I guess, like most people, let's switch camera and put that on. I might do the other side. Like most people, we get these things and we use them, and then we put them to a side and carry on, and then we come back to them. And sometimes there's sort of a relearning process where we've got to go back, read the manual, figure out what it was that helped us get to where we need to be, and then make some music. So again, the Delta CEP A has been working its way back onto my bench, and I'm going to do some proper features with this. So this seems like a logical thing to do. So to sort of help, you know, reacquaint myself with kit. Does anybody in the chat have anything that they want to throw in there in a similar kind of story with a bit of kit? I'll let you add that whilst I. Oh, not terrible. Anyway, yeah, just carry on as you will. Oh, there we go. Slurp. Are we going to do another? I think that one of the previous live streams I was doing some ASMR breathing. I think I might move the microphone down there. That's onto the table, so rather than above me. Is that appropriate? Is it? I don't know. What is appropriate is doing a jam in your jammers with a cup of peppermint, nettle, and ginkgo. I don't even know what Gingko is. Anybody know what Gingko is? It's 10% Gingko, whatever that is. And Waitrose are committed to bringing you the best quality. There's no indication on the pack. I know what peppermint is, and I know what nettles are. There we go. Right. So, I love nettle, Peter. I love it, and I've been a big fan of nettle tea for ages. This space had quite a lot of damp when I first moved into the house 16 years ago. So I set it up in here, the studio, and found myself really, it was affecting my throat. And actually nettle tea really aided that sort of allergic reaction that I was having to the space. So actually nettles are such a really good, healthy kind of medicine that we should all be doing. And of course, let's be honest, actually forget this stuff. Nettles are free. Be careful where you pick them from. Higher up rather than lower down. Off the path to avoid dogs. Gink Bill Burp. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe it's shampoo stuff. I don't know. I don't know. There's if someone can do a bit of search on why and what Gingko is, that'd be great. So if you put that in the comments. Now back to this then. Back to the kind of oh look, we've got a third camera there. I'm just going to put that in there, and I'm going to go back on there as well. This is a close up of the T. So maybe I should do it as the Gingko advert. And there's you. There's you on your stream. On my stream even. And there's Darth Maul. Anyway, so let's get a little bit of... Oh, it's live. You can see some wall action going on there. Not ideal, is it? I don't know. I'm never sure about that angle. Never sure about it. Is it something we need? I've got a camera. I've got an input. Is it something we need? Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to now... breakfast tea made with some real eggs and bacon. Do you know what? I mean, we're off topic. We are totally off topic, but this is fine. This is what this is about as well. What is it with tea, biscuit flavoured tea? And isn't there one with toast and jam as well? What on God's green earth, you know, is that about? I mean, yeah, have a great cup of tea, buy the best bags you can, make it the strongest you can, use whatever milk or milk substitute you prefer, and have a slice of toast with jam on it. Or have some biscuits. But I mean, is it some sort of weird way of, you know, giving some people who perhaps might be struggling to lose weight? I don't know. I don't know. What is it? What is it? But in those lines, David, I think they've missed the point, is that actually a cup of tea with a fry up. I mean, I love coffee, and I love, you know, a lot of more sort of herbal based hot drinks. But when I'm having a fry up, there's just no question. It's a cup of tea, and it's a strong cup of tea towards the end, and a hot one to help, you know, cleanse the grease. Anyway, there we go. Totally off topic. So, right, Circuit Tracks has got 4 MIDI, well, it's got 2 MIDI out, the Circuit Tracks, 2 inbuilt synth engines, 2 MIDI tracks. I thought, as a device, I love the simplicity of the Circuit Tracks. It's a keeper for me because, again, as we said earlier on, getting a learning curve on just to make some music, to have some fun, to wind down, can be a little bit off-putting. So having something that you can go to, and you know, again, there's still deeper functions, but on the surface, I can sit in bed with this. It's you know, it's plugged in here, but I've unplugged it just because. Oh no, I haven't. No, I had a lot of noise. USB. I even tried using this fantastic ripcord with the Delta CEP. So that's another reason we're a little bit late tonight. Yeah, USB noise. I'm going to talk to the guys at My Vaults and see if their new line helps eradicate that kind of horrible buzz that we get from the USB instruments, or instruments that are powered by USB, because I think there's quite a lot here, not least of all the Nymphis. So that would be good. Anyway. Oh, Peter was impressed with the cable management. Oh my goodness. Well, everything's seen, isn't it? I mean, as you saw, it's a very small space. It might look bigger. So everything under there has to be kind of tight and tidy. And if I do content for Toman, again, you know, it has to look good. More people watch that. Anyway, a new power hub. Yeah, I think it's got to be both, isn't it? I think it's got to be the power hub with the little USB-C, because they're tiny now. They're like literally a third of the size of that. Let's go back to that camera, shall we? Oh, that's not what I was trying to do. I backed this on Kickstarter many years ago. Very excited about taking the stuff out. into the wild. So yeah, I've kept in, and I've also got some candy chords as well, which are brilliant when you've got a studio like this where you need everything fixed. And it took me so long to tidy it up and get everything cable tied, and not cable tied as such, but Velcro strip. Taking this out, this was, oh no, I've just plugged these in. So I've taken photographs to put them back, because that doesn't live there. That's where the Delta CEP A is, and if you can see next to the Nymphis there, that's where the circuit tracks will go back. Anyway, I digress, and that's maybe some of the point of it as well. So yeah, all those kind of crazy things notwithstanding, I've got the Delta CEP A, which was a breeze to change the MIDI channel on. This is fixed, so inbuilt synth is on MIDI channel 1, inbuilt synth 2 is on MIDI channel 2, therefore MIDI instrument 1 is on channel 3, MIDI instrument 2 is on channel 4. So simply selecting that and holding down the learn button, it's the, well, I can change it to MIDI 2. So there's nothing there. I just love kit that does stuff like that. It's just that it's gone now. So anyway, yeah, sound like a toddler. Well, again, this is going to be, I would hope, usually with this particular jam vibe, to have something slightly pre-prepared, and not least of all to have the kit set up and working. But I think, like I say, I did want to go live. I've double booked myself, so I gave myself last night to go live at 8, and then realised I had another job to do, so I couldn't cancel that. So I had to sort of postpone this to tonight, hoping that it would work. And of course, it was a bit of a push, but we're there. So I've got the Delta CEP A2, and I've got the circuit tracks, and I think we can make something nice with that. And it's gonna be, live. So yeah, I might just kick off now. Audio and power going on the same line as interference from the power. Yeah, that's why separation is so important on computer networks. Yeah, that horrible motherboard noise that you can get. Well, it's a killer. It really is. And of course, I'm mixing my stream into my RME interface on Total Mix, and I was like, God, it's really noisy. And of course, I've got other inputs coming in, so I had to mute those. But so you'll have to let me know. Is it quite there's a little buzz, but I don't know whether that's anywhere else. It could be, yeah. I think, as you say, putting audio and power into the same kind of, and this is all one ring here, so it's going to be tricky. Audiophile stuff, which we all suffer with, right? Anyway, there it is. I'm going to do barely noticeable. That's what I want to hear, Dave, because that's why we're another reason why we're a little bit late, because I was chasing those things as well. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Right then. Let us commence. So I did start doing something, so I'm going to have to sort of, where are those? That's the presets. Oh, hello. Oh, I don't know what that is. Right. So synth 1, a nice kind of bass sound, sort of very. Oh, that's quite low, isn't it? Okay, so we'll stick with that. I don't know if it needs tweaking at all. Synth 2. I mean, they're very pedestrian, these sounds. Oh, that's literally it. I don't know what I've loaded into this, and I've put it into a state that's kind of empty. So it's a anything can happen kind of jam. Okay, so we've got this sound. A bit dancey than I'd like. Oh, I suppose we're still choosing, aren't we? Okay, well, we'll choose. Oh, there we go. Oh, I quite like that. There we go. Nice bit of vibrato. Quite a nice poly sound, isn't it? I mean, I was very tempted to add the Keystep Pro, but I definitely didn't have enough room for that. But I'm not a great keyboard player anyway. Guitar player, as you can see. Okay, let us. So. Okay, so we've got that. We've got some drums. That's a bit too. Oh. That sounds like one of my videos. Yes, it is. This is the making music from trash video, I think.
Dead fun.
It's me.
Very 80s kind of vibe, isn't it? Back to the nice, yeah.
I don't know if that's appropriate, but we're definitely going to nice. Oh yes, Eagle. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I was. You know when you gotta get something, and it's like, oh, I love Space 1999. Oh, I don't want the one with the. It had, I don't know where it is now. This obviously is my original one. It had canisters of oil or whatever it was. You know, some sort of like. It didn't have the main portion for. Yeah, it was a cargo ship. I think that's what it was. Cargo, not. You know, not the fancy one with the sort of personnel bit. Anyway, but in hindsight. I don't think I've seen many of these. I've seen loads of the other ones. What a great series, you know. Does it need a reboot? They'd wreck it, wouldn't they? Aren't they doing Blake 7? I mean, okay, so... Oh, we've gone to another topic. Hey, Lisa. Welcome aboard. We're just talking science fiction from the 70s. What is that series? Yeah, Blake 7. Am I right in that? Am I making it up? Maybe I am making it up. Anyway, that was the kind of childhood thing that, you know, Jerry Anderson, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. UFO was good though. That's another cracking kind of combined effort by him. But anyway, Blake 7 maybe will work. I don't know. Great spaceship though. I know my, you know, Battlestar Galactica, the newer series, I'm a big fan of. Anyway, so let's see what we can do.
Double it up.
Oh, yeah, if you say so, Mr. Jervis. Right, so there's some vocal samples of me. Yeah,
nice. Yeah, nice.
We're going to get a little bit art of noise, I think, aren't we? Sort of close, but... Well, I think that's a starter for 10, isn't it? Oh, hello. How do I clear that? Remember those buttons that you said you remembered? If you could only clear... maybe that's it? Okay. Oh, I've cleared it, the whole thing. Oh, I see. Okay, let's give it...
Dead fun. Dead fun. For 80s. Dead fun. Back to the 80s.
Well, just goes to prove, doesn't it? The tea does work. I didn't have any clue. I'm quite warm in the studio with this dressing gown, but whew, that took us on a bit of a ride, didn't it? Gary Newman towards the end. I mean, who'd have thought that? I mean, I definitely wasn't feeling Gary Newman today, but when I go to bed tonight, I will feel Gary Newman. How we do? What have I missed in the... Oh, hello, Gaz. Welcome aboard. Welcome. Hijacking your Wednesday. I know. Gabe's birthday yesterday, my son, 15, but he wasn't with me, so we had to... That's another reason I'm a little bit late to starting the thing, but yeah, so anyway, welcome aboard. It's been a little random jamdom. Obviously, the Atmegatron, I can't figure out how to change the MIDI channel on it. Also, no, I did work it, didn't I? And I couldn't get it going through the Delta CEP A, which is what I wanted it to go through. So why is it not... oh, maybe I've just... Oh, I don't know, turned it down, I suppose. Is that right? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. So it's just... Yeah. Oh. Oh, yeah. I remember how to do that now. Nice. So, oh, Keith, yeah, I know. I'm with you on that, but in that I'm not now, because these boxes changed my... made my mind about all that kind of, you know, jelly-coloured buttons, sweets, spangles. Yeah? Spangles. And that's probably why, I guess, it all went a bit 70s there. 202, oh yeah. Okay, so what we got there? Moog Mavis, okay. Bagpipe. So, yeah, whatever happened to those presets that you used to get that were awful... reimaginings of instruments that they sounded nothing like? There would have been a bagpipe, probably on the CS15 sheets that had the presets at the back of the manual. That might be a quite fun thing to do, is to get the old manual, get an old vintage synth, and we'll go, yeah, maybe that's a good thing to do. Get that back out. Oh, see, I've just plumbed it in. I'm already trying to rip it out again. Need to find a better way of doing things like that. But yeah, thank you for joining me tonight, guys. I've had a lot of fun. And yeah, as Peter said, the tea is definitely kicked in. Yeah, for those latecomers, peppermint, nettle, and ginkgo. I believe the ginkgo is some sort of hallucinogenic psychedelic substance that that Waitrose have seen fit to add to the drinks, which is good because, of course, making slightly chilled out vibes. I don't even know what style of music that was. Does it matter? Anyway, back to Tuesday next week, he says. And, yeah, we'll do something... Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do next. What should we do next week? Any suggestions? I had an idea earlier, but I can't remember what that was. Anyway, yeah. Well, we've kind of almost rocked the hour. I mean, you know, jamming in Jimjams isn't supposed to be a long sort of hour-long plus session, but there we go. Noise level still good, or is this now adding noise? I can hear noise. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna have to sort that out, I think, at some point. I don't have a mixer. Maybe that will be the sort of way of dealing with that, is have something that's grounded and separate from the. That might work. Who knows? Right. Well. Any questions in the chat room? Anyone want to ask anything, or offer anything further? I have caught up, I think. Oh, Peter's talking about Space 99. I did miss that one with my Eagle. What is it? It's an Eagle lorry, essentially, isn't it? It's the sort of utility vehicle. Doesn't even say on there who makes it, even. Beautiful toys, though. Beautiful toys. Anyway. Yeah. Well, I guess there must be somewhere that we can stream them now, so that might be worth revisiting. I mean, I guess it's the second series where the woman came in that could turn into animals. That sounds like the sort of thing an American producer would do. You know. Series 1 was much better. Yeah. I guess that's the difference between the sort of, budget as well. If you're limited with budget, you're not going to come up with crazy ideas like a woman changing into an animal because you don't have the budget to make it happen. I mean, one of my favourite, and if Gaz is still around, TV shows, The Prisoner. I mean, the story behind Rover, the balloon that we all know and love, the weather balloon, and of course there were more than one weather balloon, different varying sizes, doing different things. Some filled with water and stuff. I watched a documentary recently, and it was like, what? It blew my mind. But the original Rover was an awful looking plywood, I suppose, Robot Wars looking thing, awful. Wouldn't frighten anyone, but the balloons are pretty scary. Oh, thank you. Yeah, just to say, this is an original 90s Sonic the Hedgehog pajamas, which actually I bought whilst living in sharing a flat with Gaz, actually, in South Wales. It came from a charity shop, and I didn't wear it as pajamas. I wore it underneath a plaid shirt in my kind of sort of, I suppose, was it kind of grungy? I don't know. Anyway, that was it. But yeah, I think I'm going to need to invest in some summer pajamas. When I thought of this concept, I thought it'd be good to be, dressed very sort of Arthur Dent was my kind of vision. But of course, I've gone for a very modern Arthur Dent. I mean, I suppose, always know where your towel is, which I don't right now. Where is my towel? Who knows? So yeah, that synth sound I got. I'm just now going back to this, but that synth sound, yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Quite happy with what the circuit tracks on its own did. Delta CEP A, I definitely need to spend more time with that. What a brute that is. What a beautifully finesseful brute. Finesseful? Finesse enriched brute. Anyway, yes, I am going to call this to a head so I can go and spend some time with my son. I think we're going to watch Robin Hood, the Russell Crowe version. You're one who be free. Thank you, David. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, love Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Which I guess is why I chose it for the first Synths at Bedtime. I'm going to do some more of that as well, with a twist. So, lots of ideas. Jamming in Jimjams. I'm glad you how about a radiophonic theme next time? Micro Freak, yeah. I mean, that's, again, it's reasonably easy to get out. So, maybe I'll try and fluctuate between modular and little boxes, because I've enjoyed playing with little boxes, and I am a fan of little boxes. I mean, it's a lot of power going on in these small yet perfectly formed vehicles for sound. So shout, okay. Well, okay. If we do another, all right. I'm gonna have to try and get the samples of Space 1999. We'll bring the Eagle back, and we'll do something like I'll just go and nick some samples, and we'll do a kind of an old school jam with that kind of vibe. So Space 1999, little boxes, Eagle jam, Moonbase Alpha. Yeah, what a cast as well, Martin Landau, and oh crikey, can't remember the name of the actress that is foiled. They were great together. What a great chemistry. Anybody remember her name? I feel really bad not knowing it. But there we go. That's it. Space 1999. Yeah, right. I'm gonna have. It's not terrible. Oh, I think that was the Gingko at the end. It's not. Or it could have been nettles. It's something stinging in the back of my throat. It wouldn't be the nettles, though, would it? Right. I'm going to wind down. Have a beautiful rest of your evening. And if you're watching this afterwards, I hope you've enjoyed it. And yeah, have a beautiful day. evening, good day, and remember to tell all your friends to come and play next time on Jamming in Jimjams. Bye. Bye. Don't know what I'm going to do for this. I might just go to the still that way, and yeah. Good night. Good night. I will take my synths in. Barbara Bain. Nice one. Thank you, David. Now I can end the stream. And I'll call it Barbara Bain.